Thank God, man. Thank God we don't have to do that awkward intro anymore.
Yeah, me more
Right
than
now, I'd be thinking about some stupid thing to say with 3, 2, 1. Anyway, we are live, episode number 85 of the Shant and Ari podcast. Shant, how you feeling tonight, big guy?
feeling good. Our schedules crossed a little bit. Yesterday, I was supposed to go to this. I had tickets to the Suns game yesterday, but I'm like, you know what? Got the podcast.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so
You actually not go because of me?
yeah, I gave it to my friend, and he went
Bro, we would have just done it.
at the Suns
Why
game.
did you just tell me? No, we would have just. Fuck. No.
I mean, that's not the only reason I didn't go. It was an 8:00 game. It was late, so I was like, it's gonna be late night. But no, I do enjoy the podcast. It's the only time we get to talk.
Yeah, it's my favorite part of the week. But tell me a little bit about what do you guys have? You guys have season tickets to the Suns?
Yeah, we have half season tickets. So because season tickets are 40, like a full season's 41 games, so we get 20. Because I mean, dude, I'm not going to 40 games. Like I can barely go to 20. So
do you guys have a lot of fun when you go? How are the seats? Tell me about Sean's seats.
So it's good and it's bad. So our seats are row 17, right? Last year in the playoffs, we were row 10. Okay. Really close. It was really good. Now we're row 17. Where they got us good, right?
Got.
Yeah, we definitely got. So when we were going to get our season tickets, like, we went to it was empty, like, before a game or whatever. This was like during like a year ago. And the guy who's selling us the tickets is like, which row do you guys want? Like, look at it, where do you want to be? But where that section was, there was mats over the seats. You couldn't sit down. But we were kind of there. We're like, yeah, 17 is fine. The angle's good. We're good. We just realized we've been sitting there all season. Just last week, we just realized, I'm like, dude, these seats are so narrow. Like, they're so tight. And I'm like, because they're in the playoffs. When we were there, row 10, it was like we had a lot of space. And I'm very anal about like leg room, bro, in anything. Like, leg room to me is super. It's like a must-have for me, right?
For those of you who don't know our family's lineage, Shant is the only person in our family that's over 6 feet tall.
And I'm like right at it. So like barely. So Betty even knows, like, when we get on flights, like, she knows I'm a freaking diva. I'm going to start talking shit about the leg room. Like, oh, this is the best we could do. I'm very anal.
Delta sucks. JetBlue, man.
So it's four of us actually that have the season tickets. And we're just looking at each other like, dude, these seats are, and we're all like taller guys. And we're like, and we look at the row behind us. We look at the row in front of us, a lot of leg room. And we're like, what the fuck is going on here?
You guys got fucked.
We go to, during the game, we go to the rep and I'm like, hey, dude, like, what's going on with our seats? He's like, oh yeah, you guys have that. Which row are you? We're like 17. He's like, yeah, that row, just the way it's angled, it's like the narrowest row in the arena. I'm like,
you couldn't tell us this when we were paying $2 for 3 fucking tickets.
Now you tell us. And he's like, yeah, man, that's kind of how it is. We're like, okay. I'm like, we got to move next season. Like next season we're getting season tickets. I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, all the tickets are sold out next season. I'm like,
you guys got railed.
He saw 4 suckers come in and he's like, all right, I got these guys.
When do you go next? When's the next Suns game?
That's a good question. So yesterday was one, right? I didn't go to. So right now is the All-Star break is coming up this week, actually. So let's see the next game. I haven't seen the Celtics this year. Actually,
do you really get fired up for the podcast, or are you just saying that to just?
No, I do. Our next game is February 27th against the Utah Jazz. I don't even know if you know who the Utah Jazz are, but a team in
Karl
Utah.
Malone. Karl Malone plays for them, right?
Yeah, he'll be there. He'll be at the.
Does he coach them or something? Fuck. So I'll have you know that I slept very, very early yesterday night. I had to wake up. I didn't have to wake up. Fuck that. I'm proud of my wake up schedule. I woke up this morning at 5 a.m. If you guys want to hear something kind of funny. Sacco wakes up intermittently throughout the night, randomly comes down, has breakfast, goes back to sleep, comes back again, has another snack. He's basically like a bear.
Sacco, yeah, I've been on vacations with Sacco. I've been on trips with Sacco.
Just some weird shit.
It's very random. Sacco's Adi's brother. Like, yeah, randomly just gets up, does something. Like, we'll go. Like, literally, it'll be like
espresso, goes back to
5
sleep.
a.m. I'll get up like, hey, where? He's like, oh, I just ran an errand. Like, what?
What now? I'm gonna finally go to sleep. What have you been doing this whole time? So anyway, I woke up at 5, and I have poor guy, but like I got to do what I got to do. My alarm goes off at one time at 4 a.m. so I can take my thyroid medication, and then for 5 when I wake up. So like it goes off, the alarm goes off twice. Sometimes he hears it, sometimes he doesn't. Poor guy. He woke up this time. 5 a.m. I get up. I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, put some mouthwash in my mouth. I leave the bathroom with the mouthwash still in my mouth. He wakes up, goes to the bathroom to do number 2 as I got the mouthwash in my mouth. I'm all right, fucking great. Let me go downstairs, spit out my mouthwash. I go downstairs, spit out my mouthwash. He's getting done upstairs. I'm like, okay, time to make breakfast. I make my breakfast. He comes trotting downstairs, comes into the kitchen. We got a tiny ass kitchen. And mind you, bro, it's like 5 a.m. And I'm just trying to make my fucking breakfast. I'm about to go to the gym. He's like, yeah, I'm going to eat something too. Fucking big ass guy, tiny ass kitchen, 5 a.m. I'm just like, go back to fucking sleep, man.
He has work at like 1 p.m. or whatever, right? Like, I don't know.
Unreal, dude. I'm like 5 a.m. like all this like blockades while I'm waking up.
Usually the point of getting up at 5 a.m. is like, it's just you're free. You got your own thing. You know.
Yeah. I don't have to wait for the bathroom. We need another fucking bathroom in this house, man. Anyway, so I'll have you know, last night I was asleep, sound asleep before Leo goes to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah, so I woke up this morning, went to the gym at 5 a.m., did all my shit, finally got out of work. It's 8 p.m. now, and it's my favorite time of the week. It's the Shant and Ari podcast.
I do enjoy it. I really do. I mean, like, obviously we've talked about this, but we've known each other for 34 years-ish, 30-ish years.
Yeah.
And like we're family.
33 years.
Yeah, we're cousins, right? And it's like usually you don't like your cousins like after you're like 7, right? It's like, okay, we're
out of the cousin stage.
Yeah, we actually enjoy each other. It's like I like talking to my cousin, and this is the only time we get to talk because
I still have a little bit of resentment towards all you guys because of the 3-person limit that you guys.
Yeah. When we were growing up, Adi was the youngest. So me, my brother, and Adi's brother Sacco, we thought it was a good idea to like pick on Adi. And I don't know if that helped, like if that helped you become a man or it just made it worse.
No, I'm gonna remember that shit when you guys are all fucking debilitated.
Yeah, so we'd be in a room. Adi would roll through, like all excited, like, "Hey guys, let's all hang out." And like, mind it, we're only like a year and a half apart, like 2 years, right? 3.
I think.
How old are you?
34.
So 3 years apart. It's not like it's 10-year difference. And then who started? I wonder who started it. It must have been my brother.
I think Tavi came up with the verbiage. He came up with like a phrase. Like,
he said
3-person.
Yeah, Adi would come into the room. We'd be on the computer or something because that was a big deal back then. And then Tavi, my brother, would be like, "Oh, 3-person limit, man. Sorry, like can't come in." And I don't know how you bought that. Like, like
fucking A, man.
I missed the cutoff.
Dad, they have a 3-person limit.
Can you
We
get
gotta
him a room
leave.
with a 4-person limit, Dad? Like, what's
Can we get this thing upgraded? Check it out with fucking.
and then so yeah, we've been through a lot, man. Like I knocked you out one time. Was that you or your brother?
I can't remember, but I'll tell you this much: your brother Tavi, one time punched me so hard I fell to the ground.
Oh, that was just more like you were like, oh, hit me in my arm or something.
Yeah, I swear to God, I was on the ground for like 10 minutes. Couldn't feel my arm. Oh man. So yeah, tying into what makes a man a man.
Yeah, what's today's episode, man? I know I was kind of busy yesterday watching the Suns game on TV, not at the actual game. So like I
You're
didn't have
welcome.
time to I didn't have time to focus on the
You don't have to witness
today.
them fucking lose.
They won actually, but okay.
Fuck, man. I had a 50-50 chance of that. So yeah.
Why did you what's the topic and why did you want to talk about this?
So I was just thinking a lot about like, okay, like everybody has their idea of what makes a man, right? And sometimes just thinking about like, dude, everybody thinks that what they're doing is like the best possible thing you could be doing. You know, some people think that like coming home at night and just pounding fucking 5 beers after a long day of hard work is being a man, but I was thinking a lot about it. Like today, I woke up at 5 a.m. and I got out of work at 8. But like that doesn't necessarily mean you're a fucking man. That just means that you're just a workaholic. That's all it really means. You're keeping yourself busy with work, whether it be physical labor or desk job. That's not making you necessarily a man or the man. I want to talk about a little bit about what makes you the man, at the very least to you and to your family. So I guess we could set this up as a top 5. We could set this up as just, let's just talk about it. You're going to be a little bit, I don't know if you're going to be surprised or not surprised with my number 1. I'll start it off. I'll say it. If you don't know how to make kebab, part of you is not a man yet. That's my number 1, and I'm not even kidding.
So is it the actual making it, seasoning it, or is it just grilling?
It's just the grilling aspect. If you don't have this in you to just be able to just pick up the tongs and just grill some shit, you're just lacking a little bit of that masculine to me.
Now, for the non-immigrants, could it be steak?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay. For us, it's kebab.
Yeah.
Kebabs, right? So I didn't know how to make. I couldn't make kebabs till probably like 4 or 5 years ago. Okay.
But do you enjoy doing it?
No. And I actually got rid of. Someone made us the actual grill, and you could make it, with the charcoal and everything, right? Like the legit way to do it, right? After 3-4 times of doing it, I'm like, this is fucking retarded. I'm over it. I gotta sit there, blow the charcoal, like,
It's amateur shit, man. There's machines that do that now.
You got to go old school. If you're going to be grilling, you got to do it how our grandparents did it,
Just
right?
so you guys know, the best way to wave cardboard is right after you get an Amazon delivery. They make the best charcoal waving cardboard.
So explain the process, right? So you have to get a grill that, charcoal grill, and it has to be special made grill, right? It's got to be handmade from an Armenian father, right?
Yeah.
It can't be a regular grill you buy at the store, right? Like it can't.
Yeah. They're custom sized for people 5'5" and under, so that if you're 5'5" or over, you have to hunch down to do anything.
I'm not joking. We are not joking. It is. Does your dad have a custom grill?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's had it for 30 years now.
And the key is it's got to be the same one for their whole life. Like, that's it. You just get one.
Why am I going to throw it away? There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, but there's nothing right with it either. It's just fucked up.
So you throw the charcoal on. Um, there's special charcoals you got to get for the kebab, and you got to sit there with the cardboard box, well, the cardboard right cut out, and you got to wave at it, blow at it,
Yeah.
right, to get the fire started. And
Unless
how
you're
long?
professional, then you use a hair dryer.
Okay, that's the new age stuff. That's if my dad hears that, he's gonna get mad at you. By the way, so um, I'm gonna tell him actually tomorrow. But when? How long does it take for you to get the fire started?
So it depends. So I usually use this contraption that holds all the
Yeah,
charcoal in.
that's another thing. The contract. A lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah, this thing holds all the charcoal, and you put a lot of paper underneath it, a lot of crumpled up newspaper. Light it with a lighter, and typically that takes me with the aggressive waving. Usually takes me about like 15 minutes. I'd say
Okay,
20 minutes,
but
and then you
without that,
gotta. Oh, without that, no, bro, forget it. You're gonna be there for a little while.
that's
But
where I was
then,
out.
yeah, but then after you dump the charcoal, after it's all lit, you gotta wait like 10 minutes after that too, just to let it kind of like cool down, because you can't just lava pour out the lava and just fucking put your meat on it. It's gonna burn like crazy. So that whole thing before cooking is a 30-minute process. Whereas if you had just a regular gas grill, you could just turn it on and wait a couple minutes and then you're all set. But we decide to go through this torture of lighting charcoal, waving the fucking thing really hard, and burning the shit out of it most of the time.
And the key is now. So correct me if I'm wrong. When you're grilling the kebabs, right? Kebabs, whatever for our American friends. Um, if you're the man, and there's 100 people in the house ready to eat, the kids, the wives, the everyone, the moms, the everyone. You as the man, right, and the men sitting around the grill, all fucking waving. Uh, you have to eat while it's cooking, right?
Oh
And you
yeah,
basically have to that's your meal while it's
quality
cooking.
control, bro. You can't. It's not gonna go to the table untested. We have to.
But
We have to make sure.
and it's like that's the rule. Like you have to eat while you're cooking it. My dad does it because he doesn't like the second it like gets off the grill, goes on a plate. It's ruined.
That's not my kebab anymore. That's their kebab.
So that is why I stopped doing that, because it's just a long ass process. But that's me. Maybe I'm not a man anymore, but I do know how to do it. And
Your brother enjoys it. You don't.
yeah, my brother's heavy. He smokes stuff. He's all into that shit. I
Well,
will grill some steak though.
well, it's your turn. Let's get a little. Well, I don't want to say serious because I actually was being serious. Being it that it's my profession. If I ever have a daughter and she's bringing home like her boyfriend or whatever, and he doesn't know how to grill, I'm just I'm just. Oh, do you like cars? Okay.
This is what's
Let's
going to
talk about
happen. Let's say
cars.
Adi has a daughter, or when I have my daughter, right? Like, and
We're gonna test out the boyfriend.
Adi's going to be out here. She's going to bring her boyfriend over. Adi's going to have it all set up in the backyard, the grill, the meat, everything, but like not right, just there. Adi's going to be like, hey, go outside, man. Just make us food.
Flip it for us. Make sure it doesn't burn.
And he's going to analyze it to see if he's worth being with my daughter. So I will call you when that day comes, man.
So yeah, it's your turn, Shant.
Okay.
What to you signifies a man being a man in your book?
So in my book, when I write my book on how to become a man, or whatever it is, I don't know if this is number one or what for me, but this is very important. You can't be a complainer, dude. You just can't be complaining. You know the type of people I'm talking about.
Yeah, the people that are on the airplane fucking complaining about the leg room. Gotcha.
But complaining without a solution. I have a solution always.
Ah, so those people that just don't do shit about their problems.
Yeah, just complaining, always complaining, complaining. I have a solution. I hit the boop. The lady comes. I'm like, hey, see a couple of seats up there. What happened is I hurt my back. I can't. You just got to move up. I make it happen. So,
I have
can't be a
Twitter.
complainer.
I'm gonna tag
Can't
you
be a
guys.
complainer, man. Um, like our parents, right? Our dads. They were like in our lifetime, like as kids, they went through some crazy shit, right? Like my dad got laid off during the 2008 crash, right? Laid off, nothing. I didn't know what was going on. He never said anything. Your dad's been through shit. You probably didn't even know what was going on.
What's up with that? Why don't they like to ever talk about this shit?
Well, there's a difference between talking and yeah, I get that, but they never complained. I've never seen your dad complain about anything.
Which is a load of shit, man. Like talk, like let it out, man. Like let's talk.
Talking is different than complaining, though.
See, the thing is that they'll whine and bitch a lot about other people doing something wrong, but it's not so much that they're pissed off about it. They're trying to basically tell us, like, don't be like that. Or like basically telling us, like, this person is not being a man right now.
Mm-hmm.
But they're, like, complaining about that. You know? Like, they're pissed off about their lack of manliness. Like,
Yeah.
so I know what you mean, man. Don't be a complainer. Yeah, 100%. If you're going to complain, do something about it. And if you're not, shut the fuck up.
So you agree?
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you agree with that one then?
Yeah, I could see eye to eye with that. Have you personally caught yourself in a situation where you were complaining and you were just like, this isn't it, this isn't me?
Yeah, like when Betty says stop being a negative Nancy, and
She says that too. She's
like,
so
okay.
positive, though, man. We've mentioned this in another episode. Stop being a negative. I can hear her saying Nancy too. Negative
Yeah, like
Nancy.
yeah, like jabs at it. So I'm like, all right, I got you. I'm done. So
All right, so my next one is a man is genuinely happy to see other people succeed. As in, there is not some form of jealousy or major competition when he sees one of his people succeeding. He doesn't get jealous. He doesn't compare. He doesn't get stuck in the whole hate, shade throwing.
Yeah.
That's a man. Not so much that he needs to be happy for them, but he shouldn't be threatened by other people's success. It should be a motivation for him to also want to succeed, be a part of like the winner circle, you know? And just coinciding with this, it makes him upset to be around losers. That's what I think a man is, if he's not helping them succeed. Shit, man, that was my third thing that I was gonna get into. So I guess I'm gonna give you two.
Yeah.
Right now is helping someone else succeed without needing anything in return. No praise, no validation. Just wanting to help somebody else in his not community, but just like his tribe succeed.
I like that. So the first one about not, like seeing other people win and being happy. Like you don't have to be a cheerleader, right? You don't have to sit there like, oh my God, but like you don't hate on it. You like nod your head. You're like, all right, cool. Like good stuff.
This is a man that cares also about other people's in his tribe. Again, sort of tying it back to like the like the caveman era, him and his tribe all coming up together, basically whole
Yeah.
Minutemen's
MO.
phrase, Partsatsir, Partsatsur,
Can you
rise.
explain that in English?
Yeah, so basically we had a phrase in the Boy Scouts that translates to rise up and help others rise with you.
Yeah.
That's something that we went by for a very very long time, and a lot of people forgot that in our thing. They fail to help others rise with them. That's why if I have whenever I get an opportunity to try and help somebody, I try to take it without looking like, oh, look at this fucking nice guy trying to help out
It's
others.
tough in the Armenian community, man, trying to have people help each other.
Why is that? Why don't Armenians want to help? Do they not? Are they just get upset that someone else is about to like catch up to them?
Well, they're not a man, I guess, right? Like technically.
It sucks because Jews love to help each other. This
They're
is
like the
how
model. They're the model for like a community coming together and helping each other.
it's unreal. Why can't we just help each other?
We're in competition with each
Yeah,
other.
competition with who? It's like, dude, like get your head out of your ass, man. Like this is how people win is by helping each other. You know what I mean? Like pass the ball, pass the ball. Like you just don't fucking rise up while the other guy's drowning.
I will
Uh,
tell you, Armenians here in Arizona, the ones that I have been in contact with, they have that here, man. Like help each other.
oh
Very,
yeah,
very. I don't know if it's because so like you're in Boston where everyone just Armenians are there, they're all together all the time. So it becomes like a clash. I think here we know since we're not so many, we've all migrated from somewhere. So we all maybe are trying to help each other. That could be the reason.
yeah. Like you guys feel like you're all out. Like you guys are all foreign to the city.
Yeah.
You guys are all new to the city. That so like you guys are trying to make sure that like you find your place. Whereas in Watertown, people have been there for fucking
Yeah, they're all there.
generations
It's like,
now.
yeah. I
Yeah.
like that. So I'll give you mine. My next one. So your question is what makes a man or what is
Yeah, man. What makes
work
a man, or what makes you the man?
work ethic. I think it's
Let's talk about this. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, work ethic. You gotta, yeah, as someone's calling me right now, you gotta have work ethic, right? Now, any of these things were any of these things we're saying doesn't mean like, oh, a woman can have this or women. This is just like a man. I'm not a woman. I can't speak to being a woman. So we cannot talk about that, right? Um, but as far as the man, you got to have the work ethic. That is like, I think the basic to enter the game, right? Um, so like, for instance, like my dad, before he got to like the 60-year-old version, my dad, from like, I don't think my dad's ever called out sick. Just, there's never been a day where like I woke up, went to school, and my dad was home. Like, oh yeah, I just didn't go to work today. Just got a little cold.
Had some accumulated sick days that I decided to take.
I would I would probably assume the same for your dad, where it's like, oh yeah, I just got a little tummy ache. Like can't really go to work today, guys.
So if you want to, been kind of fucked up. This is toxic. This is very very toxic. My dad got a deviated septum. I'm getting also. Oh, just a FYI, I'm very excited too. I'm finally getting my deviated septum
I
operated
have
on.
one too. I think it's a John Etienne thing.
Definitely, John, is something. Just FYI, my nose has been broken since I was 5. I just found out.
Did I break it?
No, I don't know.
No, I think yeah, we'll talk about it after. But yeah, I think I broke your nose. But okay.
So my nose, not only are they going to be fixing the deviated septum, but they're also going to be breaking it back into place. Apparently, it's
Yeah.
been broken since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I literally can't breathe from my nose. It just doesn't breathe. It's fucked up. So anyway, long story short, my dad got his deviated septum operated on last week. He got it
Oh,
done. He was out for 3 days. Bro, he would not stop texting me. He's retired, mind you. He goes, I really, really wish I could be at work right now. I feel so bad. And I'm like, all right, dude, something is wrong with you. Like, sit your ass at home.
how long has he been retired?
He's 67 now, I think. He's been retired for like 3 years now, four
Okay,
years
and
now.
how many days has he not been to work in those 3 days?
What are you talking about? The only days he hasn't been at work was if he went on vacation with my mom. Bro, he is toxic with work, bro. Like, take a day off. You don't have to feel bad. And
Yeah, that,
he will also make me feel the same level of bad if like, oh, you missed work, huh? You're sick? Oh yeah. Stay at home. Stay at home. It's better you get your rest. And like, yeah, don't worry.
yeah, there's some
You're not losing
Tylenol.
value in my eyes.
Yeah, and like when my it was funny like when I recently um I was home one day like during the day and like my parents came over and my dad's retired. He doesn't have anything, doesn't do it like but he's still always busy every day. I don't know how. Um
Finding something to do all the time.
yeah, and it was like 12 o'clock. I was home. It was literally I had showings. I came home. It was like I came home to like just eat lunch real quick. But I changed because when I come home, I like to change into my like sweats and stuff. And then I was going to go back out in like an hour. I came home. He came with my mom, and he's like, like he was like he just like
No
shook his
work
head,
today?
like he's like, no work, like are you off today? And I was like, no, I just had and he's like,
Work from home, goodness good.
he looks so disappointed, like you just hang out at home now, like
You're not selling anything?
it was so foreign to him that like I was home and you're muted. You're saying something happened to your volume. I don't hear you. Hang on. Yeah, I don't hear you. Do you hear me? Let's see what's going on here with the audio. I don't hear you. Hello? Try taking it out, like doing something different with your audio. Yeah, I hear you now.
What about now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, it's just they can't wrap their head around somebody being at home between the hours of 8 and 6.
Yeah.
It's a sweet spot. Like if you're at home between these hours, it's just strange. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'd never seen my dad home when I was a child. Like he would always come home after work, and obviously I saw him and stuff. It's not like he was a workaholic or anything. Just like never during a week, a Monday through Friday, ever saw him just like walking around with his slippers, like, oh yeah, just
So I need to just dissect this a little bit because you're saying work ethic makes a man, but you were caught at home by your hard working father between the hours of 8 and 6 p.m. Can you define work ethic and what are like the actual
so like
uh
the actual because like our parents were a little excessive,
a
right?
little?
Uh so
A little is not that's not mm-mm.
so work ethic, so the definition of work ethic, I pulled it up, is the principle that hard work is intrinsically virtuous or worthy of reward. So basically, like you value work, right? It doesn't mean hard work, doesn't mean you have to be out there grinding all day or whatever. Just like you value work, right? Because even if it's like you're a stay at home, whatever, I don't even care. It doesn't have to be work for money, right? I'm not the person who hangs up stuff, builds stuff, right? There's guys who do that. You could say that's a man. They got to be good with your hands. I'm not at all, but I'll be working on something else, right? So I think it's just the work ethic is you value work, and in turn, there's reward behind it, right? So it's not just like, well, I just want to stay home and play video games, right? Or whatever, and just kind of do that. I sometimes feel bad when I'm not working. I know you do too, or did. I don't know about how you are now, but I know you definitely were like that.
It's tough, Sean, because it's going to take a little while for me to completely get used to the fact that a day off, sorry, more than one day off during the week is called for. But it's going to take a little time. But I think eventually I'll adapt. But work ethic is also it's very very huge for me. It's just I just I can tell you that having had such a strong work ethic, I consider it sort of as like a minimum
Standard.
requirement.
Yeah.
However, with that being said, that's also not very, very safe either because there's got to be rules. There's got to be a definition involved when it comes to work ethic. You can't just work, work, work and expect to be respected as a man or the man because you're definitely taking away from a lot of other very, very important aspects of what being a man calls for, which is obviously being with your family. It's making sure that you're, you know, doing other very, very manly things, which is, again, being a father, having sorts of, hobbies and interests that don't involve money, being well-rounded.
Yeah.
So I
It's not
think
like
that
not being a man is not like poker night with the boys, right? That's not being a freaking man. Even though I did enjoy that. Do you want me to give you my next one, or do you want to go? Since
no, I'd love to hear your next one. Go ahead.
so, bear with me on this one. So this one is being a leader, right? You have to be a leader. Now, I'm not talking like where you lead the whole family or like the wife can't also lead. Like it's not about that. It's you are the example, right? So if like I have a son now, right? I am the leader in that sense where he looks at me, right? I have to lead by example. Okay. For instance, when I was younger in school, my dad would say, read a book, do something, right? Like, like, like read a book because I'd be watching TV and I'd be like, you read a book. I don't see you reading a book. He wasn't leading by example. Yeah, I was such an asshole. But I was right.
Yeah, you were right. That's why I said, motherfucker. Like, fucking write this kid, man. Never seen me read a book. I've never seen my dad read a book.
No, but your dad's so like educated and smart, though, man. I don't know how, like, but yeah,
crazy.
So it's like I can't expect my son to be a good person, act good to his mother, be nice to women if he sees me not leading and being that, right? Like I have to treat Betty really good in front of him. I have to think and be conscious of that. Otherwise, he's going to be like, well, my dad, Sean keeps telling me to be nice, but he's not nice. Yeah, so in that sense, you have to be a leader.
For sure. What are your thoughts? Talk is cheap, big time. Yeah. I noticed that even at work, that even if you aren't in a leadership position, like let's say I got two options. I can tell the employees what to do and just scroll on my phone. Or I could be doing something in front of them and not even telling them or asking them to do something, but doing things myself. They almost feel compelled, if not downright, they are just doing it anyway. They feel compelled to also be doing something because the boss, or just not even the boss, but like that person is doing something, we should also be doing something.
Hmm.
So I guess,
You're leading by example at work, right? Like, can you take out the trash? Like, do you do that? Like stuff like that, right? Like,
yeah. Sometimes I'll be going out, like this is back when we had some other male employees. I'd go out and like start like tying up the trash, and like they'd be getting ready to like take it out for me without me saying anything. Because you're making the moves. You're doing the things. You're not saying the things. You're sort of doing them, and I think that's what really, really sets apart um, a guy from a man is how active he is in doing very, 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 very common things.
hmm.
Not just saying to do them, not just saying read, not just saying have a hobby, but like actively having them. This was actually going to be on my list for one very, very important thing to have is a man should constantly be. I replaced it with kebab because this is very, very important. I had to pick one or the other. But side note to go along with what you said, find it very, very important. A man should always be sharpening his tools.
Mm.
And
In anything.
constantly, yeah, it doesn't matter. Put it this way: a man to me could be a man of books, or he could be a man of sport capability, or he could be a man of just um, physical talent or whatever, just weird, odd talent. But he should be always sharpening his tools, as in constantly thinking to himself, do I have some more room for improvement? Not just sitting around, and this is going to go to my next point. One huge thing that I think a man should be doing is that he doesn't fall victim and indulge in too many pleasures, especially bad ones. Alcohol, smoking. Um, he doesn't have too many incidents where he's indulging too much. This is proven to be a very major issue in Armenian men. Is a lot are alcoholics, a lot are gamblers, um, and
Other
it
women.
it just makes you question exactly how strong their backbone is, what they'll bend on, what they'll do behind closed doors, what sort of opportunities they tend to sort of look out for. And I just don't want to be around it. I don't want my kids to be around it. I just don't want to associate with it. Why?
So
Because
yeah.
it's not a healthy type of
So what
environment
I
to be around.
what I hear you saying is because I'm gonna tell a story about this. So what it sounds like it's weakness, right? When you go for bad pleasures, I feel like it's a weakness. Like you're succumbing to the weakness,
Yeah,
right?
you're
Uh,
letting something else take control of you, and all right, that it happens. It's nobody's saying that you're a piece of shit, but if you're telling me what makes a man, what makes you the fucking fist is not letting anything else take control of you.
so I will tell you. So when I got engaged with Betty, right, my cousin from New York, well, our cousin from New York, you know who he is. He was like, "Listen, um, he's like, you're getting married, this and that." He's like, "Just remember, it's easy to cheat." He's like, "That's the easy part. The hard thing is to not cheat." And he said, "Be a man and do the hard thing." Just like that. Never forget. It's been what, 10 years, whatever, 8 years. That's exactly what you're saying, no?
Yeah. Um being weak uh, is not just one area. If you're weak in one area, I think that you could be weak in many areas. I think if you're a cheater, there's a strong likelihood that you're also an alcoholic or a gambler, just whatever your vices are, they don't just come as a singular unit. It's usually followed by a bunch of other shit. So anyway, with that being said, I feel like being squeaky clean is obviously it's I'm not saying to be a squeaky clean. I'm not saying that um you gotta not have a track record, but to be able to just take control of these vices that we've all been around of,
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's huge. Like leaving
Yeah.
those vices in your late 20s and moving up. Um, Next one, you these are this is I think is going to be my last one unless you want to uh, take
Yeah,
it
go. Let's hear
further.
it. Yeah.
A man doesn't bend on his principles for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter if it's for a family member. Doesn't matter if it's for a business deal. You just don't bend. Um, the moment that you start making exceptions is is the moment that people start to, whether they say it or not, they're judging your character. They're judging how strong your character is. When you start bending on rules that you say you made about yourself and what you respect and what you value, but you bent on them, you bent on everything. And I think it's got to be a point to be made. If a man is outwardly saying, these are my principles, these are my values, and he gets caught bending, whether it's stated or not, that person is judging that man as being weak. And if I see it, it sucks. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, what else would this guy bend on?
So it's like, dude, that hit me. That's a good one. So it's like, let's just say your principle is, you know, you will not tolerate, or not tolerate, but like accept like someone cheating on you, right? Like, um, it's just one of your rules, right? Just can't cheat on me. That's one of my rules. Then your girl cheats on you. All your friends know it. Like, yeah, like don't cheat on Adi. She cheats on you. You take her back.
No, it's not gonna happen.
No, but I'm saying that would be like breaking the
Yeah,
principle.
100%. And I'm guessing all my friends think I'm a spineless fucking douchebag.
And then it's like, oh, he can't keep his own work, like principle.
Yeah.
So it's
Why
like,
cheat on me though? Why'd you just come up with that?
I just threw some negative energy at you.
Yeah, man, I don't want to be. I don't. This is the shit that got me in trouble in my last relationship. Anyway, thinking about this kind of shit, I promised myself I wouldn't. So the shit that you think about, you're manifesting. Apparently, like if
Yeah,
you're thinking about it constantly, you're making it happen.
yeah.
So I'm just
So
gonna not put that energy out there anymore.
yeah. Not you. I meant another guy.
Another Audi. I got
Yeah,
you.
my other cousin Adi. Um, I have
What do
two
you think
quick
of my
ones.
short hair?
I like it. Looks like Leo's.
Leo, I love that kid.
He,
So yeah, you're up, buddy. Last one.
um, you said something before. What did you just say? Before you said about your hair.
Does it? Oh, the cheating, the negative energy, manifesting negative
Okay,
energy.
yeah. So I have two quick ones. Um, you can't be insecure, like insecurity. You
Tell me
have
a
to
little bit
be,
about that.
got to be a confident human being, man. Like, um, I see a lot of guys just like super insecure, worried about their girl. Oh my God, this, that. Like when me and Betty dated, right? She lived in Maryland. I lived in New Jersey. It was a long distance relationship. She said after, like, so she's like, you know, she respected what that I was never insecure or like brought jealousy or distrust. Like it was just like I believed in. I was secure with myself, so I didn't think anything was going on. It's a very unattractive quality as a man or woman when you're just super like insecure and you're just like projecting like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's like just fucking back off, bro. Just be a man. Like there's no need to. It's either you pick the wrong person or it's a you issue that you're just don't feel confident in yourself. So just insecurity, I think, is one. My other one, I don't know if you want to touch on that before I go to my next one.
Can I ask you, do you feel like it's okay for a man to come out and talk about his insecurities with another man? A man he can confide. Like if me and you were to have a conversation about our insecurities, it's a
Yeah.
safe place to express them. And it's just to make this very, very clear, guys, for you gentlemen, your significant other is not a safe person to talk about your insecurities
Yeah.
with,
Talk
no
to
matter
another.
what they tell you.
Yeah. Talk to another guy. I believe
Talk
the
to another
last one.
guy. Talk to
Yeah.
us. You don't talk
Yeah.
to your
I think it's
wife
a
or
good
your
thing too.
girlfriend.
And we gotta run here, but keep your word. If you make a promise, if you make a declaration, if you say something, always keep your word.
My man.
Super important. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. Don't be a
Yeah.
flip flopper, man.
Fucking can't stand that. Good point. Good point. Be a man of your word. Love it.
So top takeaways: learn how to make kebab and don't lie.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
You'll be good. You'll be good. Just flip the kebab and fucking keep it 100.
That's it.
All
Well,
right.
I know this was a little shorter one, but the lion is here and he's loose in the jungle, so I have to run. And
Bro, try not make sure he doesn't eat any fucking I don't know, zebras or something like that. Anyway, all right. Good night, Shot.
good night, everyone.